What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the McCurdy Outdoors YouTube channel. Today we're back in the garage and I thought I'd go over my entire camera setup on my RZR. So first things first, the helmet cam. This is arguably the best camera you can run, simply because whatever you see is what it's going to shoot. So if there's a deer off the side of the road, or you need to get out and see a buddy do a jump, or whatever the case, you can catch that shot. Where all the other cameras that I have are just mounted and stationary, so you actually have to be pointing it what direction you want to see. Anyway, helmet cam, it's just a regular dirt bike helmet. It's got a curved GoPro mount, 2 extensions up to the GoPro casing. From the casing, the bell's open, and that attaches the mic adapter, which is just zip tied to the helmet. And in the front is where the 3.5mm microphone is plugged in. And all the access of the microphone and the actual microphone itself is hidden under this left side cheek pad. I found that if you hide it behind a cheek pad, it'll still pick up your voice, but it'll drastically reduce the wind noise, and that's always a win-win. Alright, now on to how I mount everything. Most of the mounts I use go with the actual tripod mount that I have right here. And it's just got a screw through it to actually to attach the GoPro housing. And on top I have a rubber gasket, a washer, and a screw. And that's all I've used. If you don't use the rubber gasket, I've noticed that you get a ton of vibration. So you can pick these up at your local hardware store, either a little thin one, maybe a little bit thicker one. Same with the stainless steel hardware, get the same place. The actual tripod mount I found on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description and you guys can check it out. They're pretty cheap. Now on to the in-cab mount, which I like because it gets the driver and passenger reaction. And that's mounted the same way. It's got a rubber gasket, tripod mount, an extension up to the housing, and there's just a bolt and a washer underneath, and that's how it's mounted. Over on this side, I've got a standard GoPro roll bar mount, and that's good for getting that view between both your helmets or looking away as you drive away. And what I call the eagle eye position, because it sees everything in front of you and it's a really good angle. It's attached with just your rubber mount, the tripod, straight to the housing. There's a bolt and washer underneath that plastic where it's bolted on. And then to the side mount, which is just a longer bolt in the washer straight through the gasket into the tripod mount, and a couple extensions, and you're good to go. So that'll capture everything that you are passing by on your left hand side. Now on to how I have everything wired and how I charge everything. So from the dual USB port, this black cable, I actually have a dual charger that you can see in there. It's charging 2 batteries at a time. So that's how I keep both the helmet cam and my 4th camera batteries charged while I'm driving. Now on to how I wire everything. And this eagle eye one and the helmet camera one, or I guess the in-cab, both have wires going to them. The bells are both open, and this wire actually goes through the roll cage down, and it meets up with this wire, which follows the same direction around the center. And in there, you'll actually see I have an external battery pack with 2 outputs. I drilled a hole right in that bottom right corner, and that allows the GoPros to just stay charged. So if I turn this GoPro on, It's charging right now. So that's how I keep everything everything charged, everything wired. This wouldn't be a good setup for, I mean, if you're hitting a lot of water, a lot of mud, I would at least cover these sides up with tape or something. But I haven't had any issues with it, so that's how I run it. And the other wire is actually going to my old phone, which I use as a GPS. So my phone will stay charged, the GoPro batteries will charge while I'm driving, and I won't have issues of not capturing something. So if you have questions or comments below, post them. I will put everything that I've bought, especially the tripod, some of the extensions, the dual battery pack. You can all get that online on Amazon, but I'll put a couple links in the description. So this has been McCurdy Outdoors, and don't forget, the adventure awaits.